And I'm looking at this this little stump up right here, and there's a whole bunch of cut marks up on top of it. I'm like, that's weird. Somebody climbed way up there, started cutting on it. Well, good morning. We are going to be doing some firewood today, cutting up some rounds and loading them up in the truck. We have a friend that is getting a little low on firewood, so we're going to cut up some rounds and take them over to her. He's on the tractor already, so we're going to haul this stuff over into the woods and go cut up some rounds. Well, first things first, we got to empty out the truck so we can put a bunch of wood in it. So getting all of our tire stuff out of the back. We got some weather coming this way. It looks like some cold temperatures and a bunch of snow, so getting that cleared out. Back on with the studs. Those studded tires are about done. This is the third season on them, so they're gonna be going and getting the studs pulled out of them probably after this season, but run one more winter on them. It's been very mild this year. We haven't had any hardly any snow, a couple little flurries, but finally got enough weather coming. We decided, well, we better go put the studs on anyways. Alright, Dee Dee's playing around on the brush hog over there. We have a ton of stuff down on the ground, so I'm gonna see if how much of it's good. If it's too punky, we'll just leave it, but I want to try and get some stuff cleared up that's on the ground as possible. Got a few small little standing deads to take down, so we'll just get chipping away at it and see where we get. So I'm working up by where we were milling the beams for the cabin. You can see the shredded remains up there of a tree. And I'm looking at this this little stump up right here, and there's a whole bunch of cut marks up on top of it. I'm like, that's weird. Somebody climbed way up there, started cutting on it. And then I realized that was the big crater that I was standing in, that the windfall had gone over. And at some point in the last few months, it's righted itself back up and plopped itself back down in its hole, which is good for me because I'm gonna help fill that hole now. So what do you think about our big root wad that stood itself back up over there?
I think that's super funny. I can't believe it did that. So I was looking out the window one day in the kitchen, and I was like, why does it seem like all of his area there where he was cutting wood, why does that seem so much more visible? And I thought, well, maybe it's just because it's winter and a lot of the brush died down and stuff. Yeah, I didn't really think that much about it, but that would be right. Why is because that big root ball had been upturned, was sitting up in the air blocking most of it, and so when it stood back up, I didn't realize it had done that, but it kind of, then you could see all of the stuff you had been working on. I'm kind of glad because now you don't have this, you're not looking at the bottom of this giant root wad when you look out the window.
Alright, we had a little extra firewood here. The split already dry, so we threw that in. We've probably got maybe 3/4 of a cord left. Those are half pallets that are stacked. And then there's a teeny bit left on that one. So I think we'll be good. That new Quadra-Fire stove we got has been burning pretty efficiently, so we should be good for the rest of the year. And if not, that's alright. We've gone out in the middle of the winter and cut up some standing deads before, so no big deal. Looks like we're just beating the rain. It's just starting to rain a little bit. We'll get this finished up, head inside and do some work inside. So you built this little wood shed a while ago. How's it been working?
Good. I mean, it's no Taj Mahal, but it was made entirely out of pellets and scrap wood that I threw together in about an hour, maybe 2.
Yeah.
And for, oh, in the rain, no less. And for throw together little wood shack, it's holding up just nicely. And next year we'll build something that looks a little better, but for now this works.
Good morning, guys. We're working on sanding beams today. Getting that's kind of the last final thing before we move furniture back in, and then caulking and sealing and painting the trim in here as well. So that's kind of the project for today. We'll see how far we can get on it. Well, that didn't last very long. Our orbital sander died, so I think I have one of those little mouse corner shaped sanders up here in the trusty shack, so see if we can keep going and not have to go into town for anything. Getting ready to cut up some 4x4 material. We've lived with the beams in the house for a little bit with just some 2x4 temporary supports in there. Figured out what size we want to go with for the supports, and we decided 4x4. So go ahead and cut those up and get those installed today. All right, well, we'll catch you guys later.